Hi there. Today I wanted to do a video on emotions and feelings because this is something, again, that keeps coming in a theme, and specifically around stress and fatigue and around depression and anxiety. These seem to be common themes that are coming through. What I find is that most of the inquiries are stated in a way that tells me where I need to share. So the statement or the inquiry says, I am feeling stressed and I'm feeling fatigued. Will you talk about that? Well, the first thing I would say is to inquire if you are in fact the one who is feeling it. And knowing that you are all of this and you're not this illusion of this experiencer, are you really fatigued? Are you really stressed? Stress and fatigue may be happening, and there's awareness of them happening, but allow an opportunity to go behind the feeling of stress or fatigue. What is behind that feeling? There's a witness aware of the feeling of fatigue. There's a witness aware of the feeling of stress. Yet behind that, even further behind that feeling or that emotion, there is this knowing or watching or witnessing of these things happening, these experiences happening. And that is because you are never stress or fatigue. You're never illness, you're never disease, you're never depression, you're never anxiety, you're never fear. These are emotions that are bypassing this experience of all that you are, consciousness, God, whatever you refer to it as. But you're never the experience, ever. And as soon as inquiry happens, so experientially, the thought enters the mind of this experience of Kelly, I feel fatigued. Instantly, inquiry happens, am I fatigued? No, I'm not fatigued. Fatigue is happening, but there's no one that it's happening to. There's just an experience or a knowing that there is some feeling or emotion going on, but I am never that. I know it sounds woo-woo and fun to play around with, but let's take it a step further. Let's kind of play it out a little bit here. Let me think of a hypothetical or a real life situation I can apply it to. So let's use the comparison or contrast to stress. So there's a work environment going on, and in that work environment there's an apparent story of a stressful situation. There's all these things happening. Apparently they're stressful. So maybe there's a deadline, or there's a difficult coworker or several difficult coworkers, a difficult boss. There could be many of these things happening simultaneously. Behind all of that, there is a witness watching all of these things happening. The witness watching, or the knower of this whole thing, is consciousness or God or whatever you refer to it as. And there is no discernment that any of this is good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent, otherwise. Those are labels that happen when thoughts begin to arise. The thought, this is stressful, happens, and behind the thought comes the label, I'm stressed. I am stressed. Okay? Now, instantly, once the grasping onto the I am stressed, we own it. We become it. It is our experience, and yet we are never that. We are always what's behind it, watching that happen. Stress happens, fatigue happens, but it is not happening to anyone. This wrapping the head around there being no one here to experience, that consciousness has this elusive being, referred to as Kelly, referred to as whoever's watching this video, playing out experience. It is the way for spirit, God, consciousness, however you refer to this thing, to play peekaboo with itself. It is the way for it to see itself, because a mirror never sees its own reflection. It has to create all of this false belief in duality to have experience. But it does not discern the experience. It does not label or even decipher it in any terms other than this is happening. This, whatever this experience is happening. The mind is what labels it. Good, bad, right, wrong, shouldn't be happening, should be happening. And instantly, that's when the suffering kicks in. So, if stress is arising, if fatigue is arising, awareness recognizes these things, these experiences happening. Allow them. It's here. The allowance of it being here often creates this letting it go of you. There is no doer letting go of anything. Just the allowance of it being what it is lets go of you. So I'll use another experiential story. Again, myself, my own story. Feelings and emotions involved, and myself and another person had really conflicting conversation. Our conversation always seemed to lead to needing to be right. I think we've all had this experience where we meet someone and we're like vinegar and oil. And yes, often they're our biggest teachers, the ones that we feel vinegar and oil with. There's a big teacher there, and the teacher is always my mirror, right? So whatever reason, when interacting with this person, this feeling of both of us needing to be right creates nothing, right? Nothing can come of that. So in that experience, there can be a looking at or an awareness that this is happening, and an awareness that there's ego involved, and an awareness that there's conflict involved. And then what happens behind all of that is a judgment of the self. I shouldn't have allowed that to happen. I should be a bigger and better person than that. I should know better than to move into an egoic conversation. And by going into that self-review, we're discounting what has already arisen. It's past, it's gone, it's an illusion. So arguing with what's already past and gone is insanity. It's an allowance of what has happened. So this experience of Kelly still loses her temper. Yes. The other day, my son threw a pillow at his friend after I had just asked him to go outside and play. The plant fell off of the side of our staircase and shattered everywhere, and anger happened. But just as quickly, anger subsided. Now, there's no doer here causing that. There's an awareness behind it going, should this not have happened? It did happen. It's reality. The plant broke. The anger happened. And all of that is allowed here. All of it. There's no discernment of it being good, bad, right, wrong, should have, shouldn't have. That's duality and a belief in separation. There is an absolute loving of what's present. What's present right here. So it's not that emotions go away. It's not that feelings go away. Liberation is not about being feeling and emotionless. What fun would that be? It's just like the thoughts and the stories. They never end. They continue to rise. But there is a point where we get off of the roller coaster of emotion. And it's not anyone doing anything. It's not that I got off that roller coaster. The shift happened. The awareness happened. The realization happened. So the roller coaster of emotions is a very real deal until it's not. And that's okay. So I will leave you with that, and hope that that addresses some of the queries on feelings, emotions, things arising, stress, fatigue, all of that. It doesn't change. It doesn't shift. It's the same review of emotion and of feeling. It's stating that I am never any of that. That is arising. There's an awareness about it arising. The awareness sees it. The awareness allows it, and it just leaves. It just goes away. Go back to the reference to the rain. The raindrops happen. The rain comes from the sky. There's no one calling it forward. In this experience of Kelly, the rain is happening until it's not. The thoughts are happening until they're not. The experience is happening until it's not. The feeling's happening until it's not. The realization happens until it's not. And there is no good or bad in this. Anger arises, it's allowed, and then it leaves. And then there's no self-judgment of the anger. It just was. There's no looking back to it, because looking back is saying that there was something that had happened, and it's gone, it's past, it's an illusion. So I hope that helps. Just a quickie, and sending you all a tremendous amount of love. I just got home from work. The kids are playing in the backyard, and I'm going to go make some dinner and have a walk. Love to all. Many hugs. Till next time.